I know. If you've been following this channel previously, I'm sorry, but YouTube hasn't really been a priority in the past year or so. But however, that's gonna change, and hopefully I'm gonna be posting more often, because I've got a couple of purchases I wanna share with you guys. The first one, the one that we're gonna be talking about today, is one of my all-time dream cars. A VW Golf Mk5. Now, for the majority of people, especially young ones, VW only produces boring cars like the Golf, the Passat, the Tiguan, the Touareg, and recently those electric shitboxes. But for me, VW is much more than what it has been recently. Remember the Phaeton? That was a financial flop, but what a car that was. It shared its platform with the Bentley Continental GT, and you could even have it with that car's amazing W12 engine. And if you're one of those people that think the Touareg is kind of a boring car, you're not wrong. But 20 years ago, they produced one with a V10 engine that was capable of towing a Boeing 747 jet. And also the Passat W8 with that absolutely amazing engine under the bonnet. Those were the times, right? But today I want to show you an equally as special car from that same era, the Golf Mk5. My Golf Mk5. However, this is not just a Mk5 Golf, it's an R32, and what's really special about this car is what sits under the bonnet right here, because this car is equipped with a 3.2 liter naturally aspirated VR6 engine, and this engine can send its power to all four wheels via a Haldex controlled four-wheel drive system. Now let's unpack that a bit before we move forward and I show you around the car and I tell you about my future plans with it, because this is a forever car for me. So what's a VR6 engine anyway, you might be asking? Well, it's actually a 6-cylinder engine, and the VR is German for narrow. So basically it's a smaller V6 engine. And what that means is that the angle, the V angle of the engine is quite narrow. It's 15 degrees in the case of this engine, whereas with regular V6s the angle is usually 60 or even 90 in some cases. Why has VW done this? Well, it's because they wanted to fit a 6-cylinder engines in smaller cars like this one or even the Passat. And at this point you might be wondering, but there's plenty of V6 engines on the market. What's so special about this one? Well, this doesn't really require an explanation. Have a listen to this. Absolutely amazing. In a freaking Golf Mk5. Jesus Christ. It's incredible. I absolutely love the sound of this car. It's unbelievable. And it is quite a contrast, right? I mean, it looks like a Golf, but it sounds like a Nissan GTR, right? Yeah, it is incredibly special driving this car. Now, this car has a Haldex four-wheel drive system, which basically means that 90% of the time, or when you're driving around like a normal person, this is basically a front-wheel driven car. But That four-wheel drive system, the Haldex one, means that it can send power to the rear wheels if needed, but only up to 50% of that power. In the middle, mine has a 6-speed manual because I really wanted a manual with this engine because I wanted an old-school driving experience, but you could also have this with the second generation double clutch transmission, which was absolutely amazing. But yeah, I really wanted a manual with this car. So here it is, my new to me 2009 Golf Mk5 R32. It is finished in black, obviously, as you can tell. It features the 18-inch facelift wheels, and then, yeah, the trademark silver grille at the front. This car has xenons, and I think it's in pretty good condition considering this car is 16 years old. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't really give it a wash, but I literally just picked it up and just have a look at the weather in London today. So there you go. It's pretty stock on the outside, except for, you might have noticed already, this exhaust. So this is a full catback non-resonated Lucifer exhaust. It's basically got the same construction as the Miltech exhaust, but yeah, it's made by a company or a guy based in the UK, I think. And yeah, it sounds pretty good. The other things that are not standard are the brakes, which have been upgraded, disc and pads all around, which is kind of cool. And yeah, like I said, the condition of the paint is pretty good considering this car's age. I mean, you're gonna find the odd scratch here and there, the odd dent here and there, but yeah, the usual Mk5 rust problems are very few. They usually come up here on these front fenders underneath here, but the only place where this car has rust is on the passenger side over here, as you can see. Other than that, the side skirts are rust free, as you can see. So are the back panels over here. I mean, the alloys are the original ones. They do need a refurb, if I'm being honest, but at this point I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep these or change them for something else. So this is not on my radar so far. Yeah, as you can see, lots of scuff marks, scratches and everything. Also, tires are a bit mixed. There's some Pirellis on the back, and on the front there's some, I don't know, I don't even know this brand of tire, but anyway, doesn't really matter. These are gonna be changed in a few days time anyway. So yeah, but let me just show you the interior. That's the part of the car that kind of convinced me to buy it. So here it is. This is the interior of my Mk5 R32, and this is the thing, like I said, that convinced me to buy this car, because at least in my experience of buying cars, it's the interior where you figure out how much the car has been taken care of throughout its life. And just have a look at the condition of the leather and of the seats on this interior for a car from 2009. I think this has been really well taken care of throughout its life, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with almost everything on the inside, as I'm about to show you. So yeah, the seats are covered in the, I think it's Napa leather, I'm not exactly sure. Full leather all round. The front seats are heated, and they're manually adjustable, so no electrics, nothing extra to go wrong. Now let's go around the car and show you the issues that there are on the inside. So first things first, a common problem on the Mk5s are the headliners, which are sagging. As you can see, this is a problem as well, but there are quite a few specialists, especially around London, so this will be quite an easy fix. Then this car has some botched cosmetic surgery where the infotainment system, well, the old infotainment system used to be. Someone tried to install this quite ugly screen, if I do say so myself, and didn't really do a very good job on it because they kind of ruined the vents over here. They added this microphone in plain sight here for some unknown reason, and they also broke this trim over here that kind of surrounds the infotainment system and the climate control of this car. So I got all the parts for the vents so I can try to reconstruct them somehow, and these other bits over here I've already ordered, so I can at least get the interior in as close to perfect condition as possible. The steering wheel is, I guess, the base one. It doesn't even have multifunctional buttons on it. It's pretty worn out, as you can see, obviously, like I've been saying, 15-16-year-old car. But yeah, this is it. I'm pretty happy with the interior of the car. Now let's go for a quick drive so I can tell you the plans I have with my new to me Mk5 Golf R32. So what are my plans with this car? Well, like I told you before, this is a forever car. So basically, I'm only gonna sell this car if I ever go broke or after I die, basically. It feels incredibly special to me. It's one of those cars that I've been dreaming of owning for since it got released to the public, basically. And I have big plans with it. I want to restore it and upgrade it into something extremely special. So it will be a bit of a project car for me. It is going to be a weekend B-road blaster, the occasional track toy, so to speak, and also I want to take it in some pretty cool European road trips to some of the best tracks around the world. Short terms is basically I want to fix up this whole interior, because as you've seen, this it's got a few bits missing, some bits are broken. The infotainment system sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't, and also I hate the fact that it doesn't have any buttons and so on. So I need to change everything on the inside to fix it to a really good condition. Tires, I also want to look into ASAP, because as you've seen, they're mismatched, different brands, and also I'm not sure how old they are because I haven't checked. So those need to be changed. Then I have to service this car and do a full inspection of everything underneath it, make sure it's okay. If anything pops up, I'm gonna fix those issues right away. And that brings us to my plans for 2026. And those are quite big because I plan to fit sportier suspension to the car and get it ready for track days and European adventures. Then I plan to save up some more money and do a full respray of the car. At this point, it's kind of pointless to just try and fix whatever dents, scratches, and other stuff there's on the paintwork, because I'm not really a fan of the black paint on this car. I really wanted a blue car, but yeah, this is what I could find in the specification I wanted. So because of that, it's, like I said, it's pointless for me to fix the rust, dents, scratches and so on the paintwork, since I plan to respray the full car. I would definitely like to get some wingback seats instead of these, but let's see how that goes because they're pretty expensive, so yeah, we'll see. Big plans for my forever car, and of course, except for the paint job, I want to do everything on the car myself. So I hope you can follow me on the journey of restoring this car to its full glory, and of course upgrading it to 2025. So yeah, that's been it for today's video, my friends. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you have, and I'll see you again in the next video.